We are back. We have our player once again in the lobby. Thank you for bearing with us. We had a little bit of a mishap in terms of getting them back in. We also needed to swap producers. But eventually, our bands will be Valkyrie and Ace. So the hard breach ban that you suggested at the beginning of this half, it did end up coming to fruition.
Yeah, apparently the utilization from the Ace by Cassiopeia has been strong enough as to want it to get banned.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
And it didn't call a Valkyrie ban, but it assumed after
Bomb located by attackers.
has had the up-to-date
Paula in the chat saying we're gonna rush this round is very funny, by the way.
Swapping
I
mags!
don't think so, though. I mean, we do have the Ash, we have the Zero, the Buck.
Twitch. A lot of characters coming out here, but either way, we are still seeing that Ross I mentioned a little while ago as well, from Mel's. But I mean, unconventional character, sure, but Trippy's 10 and 5. She's doing fine. I'm not gonna critique character choice here.
Trippy did play the Frost the prior round where they were as
Indeed.
well bathrooms, so it might just be part of their strategy.
Indeed, not a bad character either, just very niche, as you were saying earlier in the map. So, obviously, bomb site information. They are well aware of the location. Just a matter of getting in on this one, and they seem to be going for a very similar execute every time. I mean, mine has been on this Zero consistently every single round. They want to be able to go in with the information that these scans can provide. Every opportunity.
The Zero is a strong valid character if played right, and currently in the hands of mine, it seems to be doing really well.
I mean, she's crazy. Nine kills is absolutely wild.
Yeah. One might even say, well, hard.
True. They might say that. Either way.
Insight here. Now been spotted by the lead. A bit too late.
A whole lot of intel was fed through this then. And now a whole lot of people.
On to Cassie.
Are they just trying to get through that one window? Oh, they're just trying to get through that one window. Turler finding two on the wild card. This could be that defensive round win I was talking about earlier that completely flips the momentum on its head. Just mine and secret left. All they gotta do. Two more. Hidden Queens up to round 6. Definitely not.
And we see a pick.
I mean,
onto mine here.
mine. I mean, it's not entirely unwinnable, but it's very difficult.
Apparently it was unwinnable.
Well, yep.
With the run out on Turbo to finish out a flawless round, the first one we've seen this game so far.
Wow.
Incredible work there from Kitten Queens.
Yeah, I mean, as you say, it's the first one we've seen so far because this has been a very scrappy game so far. Like, first bloods mostly in favor of Wildcard Queens, but rounds mostly in favor of Kitten Queens. It's been a little bit of a mess, but at the end of the day, Kitten Queens are the first to 6, first to match point.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Wildcard scrambling, bringing out the Blackbeard this round. Against Kitten Queens. With Impala being the current strongest
10 seconds to insertion.
on Wildcard Queens next to mine. Some Blackbeard in mine.
No Blackbeard.
Yeah, Impala apparently switched off.
Argus ready.
Going to their strat. This does seem like a very basic office take with the gridlock. Opting for the Habana as the hard breach instead of the thermite, so you do have that distance for when you go for the breach. And I
Indeed.
see Cassie not utilizing the fact that you can now swing around corners while on the rappel. You did see her for a short second there. Get off the rappel and get on the rappel just around the corner.
Hey, I guess people aren't used to it yet. New mechanics.
It's a new game. It's no longer
It's-
Rainbow Six Siege, it's now Siege X.
Shout out CJX. Shout out Ubisoft. Not sponsored.
Argus deployed.
See mine missing. Oh, messing with the camera, unfortunately.
Oh, that's tragic.
Trying to get yet another
By the
pick
way.
from this cheeky angle here. Down all the way into office to the fountain signal wall.
Not going to immediately find one though. And these Argus cams just feeding so much intel through. Whole lot
I
of
agree.
space just cleared immediately, and a little bit of damage on the Turler, but eventually Impala's the first one to fall. Kavi, DMR in hand. We'll be able to find that one, and Kitten Queens on their match point round, they are able to find the opening pick here. So it's a matter of being able to shut down everyone else, but finding Impala first is huge. I mean, that's one of the top fraggers for Wildcard Queens here on this map.
Now the fragging power lies within mine or Cassie. Or maybe we see Boogly or Secret finally shoot towards their enemy and bring up that scoreline from both being 2 in 8 currently.
But mine is going to be the first one to find anything. Cassiopeia able to also find another pick.
Turning the
Absolutely big stuff.
5v4 to now a 4v3 in favor of Wildcard Queens. And now only 30 seconds left. Wildcard now has to scramble to get into the building and to open up anything.
These Aruni gates get shut down by those flashbang grenades, but eventually Kitten Queens finds a couple more picks. Cassiopeia with the Habana able to get through that hard breach wall and maybe put down the diffuser, especially with the cover of Secret, but the pick comes through from Adriella.
Wow.
And just
Adriella
like that,
with the 2-piece finishing out the game. And that is a 7-4 scoreline for Kitten Queens. Incredible match, honestly.
I mean, it was a lot closer than that first half would have had you believe, but eventually Kitten Queens does walk away with the victory, 7-4 here on Border. Super well done to them. Just
Incredible
overall.
performance by Trippy, Adriella, and the rest of the team. Incredible fragging as well. We saw coming out. Yeah, 2 players with 2-digit scorelines on the side of Kitten Queens.
I mean, it was just gorgeous overall. So super well played to them for sure. But that is going to be the first of our 3 matches for today. Dunzo. Over with and wrapped. So don't go anywhere, y'all. We have 2 more matches for you, but we're going to send it to a quick break. When we come back, 2 out of 3.
smile. Now the sunshine brings the light. Fill me out with a flame. I will let you in this game. Take me out when I'm down. 'Cause with you I'm safe and sound. 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 I'm safe and
Bring that beat back.
love goes, there is also misery. It's no mystery. And you and I, we got history, yeah. Wherever love flows, there is also tragedy. When we're in too deep. And you and I, we got history, yeah. Go look in the mirror, say, hey, I'm sorry for all the pain. I'm sorry for all the pain. Go look in the mirror, say, hey, I'm sorry for all the pain. I'm sorry for all the pain. Go look in the mirror, say, hey, I'm sorry for all the pain. I'm sorry for all the pain.
I know my limits. You can break me down, but I'll stay till the finish line. 'Cause I've been counting minutes for quite some time now, just to see you again. And I've been counting days to get away, to see you again, see you again. Been finding ways to get away, to see you again, see you again. See you again.
I can never ever find the right words, and there's no way this is real life. There's no telling you're the right girl, so I can only say that it feels right. It feels right. It feels right. Yeah, I can only say that it feels right. It feels right. It feels right. Yeah, I can only say that it feels right. That it feels right. Feels right. So right, so right, so right.
When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. Earth from a bird's eye view. You should grow feathers and see this too. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. You and me are born of regularities, living all the dreams, playing all the games, and getting high on love. They can chase us down, but we will always win. Leading every dance, feeling every touch, and getting high on love. We're invincible. Trust in me. We're invincible. Don't you see? We're invincible. We're invincible. We're invincible. We're invincible. We're invincible.
Welcome back to Project Luna, everybody. We are back once again with a wild card Queens match. This time going up against Strike X, and we are not going to be seeing Border again. Instead, we're going to be going over to Clubhouse, where wild card Queens will once again start on the defense.
I'm very excited for this match. I assumed that we weren't going to see a border match after that fiasco that we saw last game against
that
Kid
was-
Queens, but
That was something.
I do see that that wildcard Queens might have the upper hand here on such a attacker favorite map like Clubhouse against a fairly newer team being Strike X.
Yeah. And do you happen to have some form of conflict of interest you need to inform us about here?
Well, as I might have already told my fellow caster gets to you, I am actually a content creator under Strike X, so
Very
you
cool.
might assume that I am slightly biased, but I'm actually not. I'm actually preying on my own org's downfall. I did vote against them on the OPL page.
That's funny. That is quite hilarious. But either way, bands come through and they're not entirely surprising. Azami Maverick makes a lot of sense. Mira Havana also makes a lot of sense. I feel like I was a little surprised not to see Mira get banned on that last map, but makes a lot more sense here, I guess, on Clubhouse. Going into it, we
Alright,
are going to be
well,
starting in the basement, so very
you see the
interested to see
Valkyrie
how
up?
this starts. Yeah.
Very excited with that. We have the Kaid yet again. Very freaking
Attackers
thick
need
as
to
on the
locate
border
and
map as well.
defuse as many bombs as they can.
The smoke on Cassie. We have the Legion on mine and Pala with the Goyo. We do have the double hard breach coming out from Strike X with the Ace and the Thermite. And
Interesting.
oh, never mind. We do see a swap off of the Thermite onto the Ram. So
That's
I
why.
assume we're going to see a lot more vert play on the kitchen side of the map with said Ram.
They just continue to show why I don't love talking about attack compositions immediately. These swaps, man, they're unexpected, but when they happen, they're big.
I miss old Siege comp where the operators would get revealed when the round starts, and you could do a 6th pick where you could only change one operator afterwards. And
I remember that system. Yeah, that was a long time ago. Yeah. Pretty good.
I do remember that time comp. I didn't play much back then, but
I watched a lot of that.
I did watch a lot as well myself.
Who's your favorite pro team?
Currently or all time?
All time.
Well done.
Penta.
Nice. That's a great choice.
By
That
far
Pengu
Penta.
roster. That Pengu roster. Awesome.
Yeah, Pengu, Shate, Fabian. It was a great roster.
Excellent roster for sure.
We're gonna see early entry into the map from the pool side over here, trying to take out the Legion, playing the stage side. The Legion now falling back down the main stairs, giving up the top floor very early on. Strike X gaining great map control here, super early on into the round.
Yeah, doing a really good job. Does locate bomb sites pretty early on here with the help of this IQ. And obviously able to hunt down these Valkyrie cameras.
We do see that the Legion has taken some substantial damage immediately on the start of the round. So, Wildcard Queen is down almost full body at this point. HP-wise.
Not quite a full body though. I mean, in a game like Siege, everyone is technically one shot at any given point, so
That is true.
it's a possibility.
Very true. Do you see some shots coming out from the Buck on that on the Valkyrie, taking off some HP off of Secret right there.
One hybrid.
Secret attacking
Looking very
into Moto,
solid.
with mine holding the long angle. It's taking some more damage. Almost one shot at this point. The wall getting open.
No wall denial at all for the side of Wildcard. Not a Kaid Claw in sight on this wall, so pretty easy for Strike X to open that one up. And as
You
it
see
stands
Strike X
here,
having a lot of map control. 37 seconds left in the round now. Very excited.
Ooh.
Shift A now on the lurk. Down blue takes Mine's head off. This is the entry pick into the round. 25 seconds left. We do see Shift A holding this long angle into Moto. Getting vision on Booley there, playing with Kaid.
Uli
Now rushing up with the Buck.
with a
Buck gets
one.
taken
Ooh,
out.
the flick!
What a flick from Booley right there. Into a 3v2
versus two?
situation, 6 seconds left. Rivet
Diffuser
takes
goes.
out one. And now we are in the post-plant situation. Diffuser down on the triple wall. Secret takes out the ace. Rivet in a fight against Pala on the Goyo.
1
Takes
versus
out
2.
Pala.
This Ram.
Now has to sprint for the diffuser. Full
The
punish.
Ram and the
And
Valkyrie.
Secret gets the jump. Wow. What an explosive late round there.
Very nice stuff. Gets the res too, just for the extra points. May as well.
Great round there from Secret. 3 kills in the late round.
Really good
That was
stuff.
incredible.
And I mean, Wildcard, right off the bat, they're already doing better on the defense. You know, it's
Yeah.
it's clean stuff.
I agree. They're looking a lot better, a lot more coordinated, playing well together, playing their refrags. Let's see. what the rest of this game has in store for us. Very promising first round. We're now going to gym bedroom on the top floor. Seeing the
So
castle,
from the-
the frost yet again. The bandit for the wall denial, mute and Jaeger for drone and gadget denial here.
Mm-hmm.
Defenders, protect your
Great
bombs from being
comp
defused by
from
attackers.
Wildcard Queens for this top floor defense.
Gonna
do
be an
see-
interesting one here.
We do see the double heart breach again. I wonder if Rivet or Pho is gonna switch off of either one of those in this round. We see the Deimos come out. Interesting. Deimos
Now, this
is
is
a
a-
very strong operator on this map, especially on the gym bedroom top floor site, with it being almost primarily soft floor throughout the entire site.
Mm.
And I just eat
I
my
was-
words. We're going back to Zofia.
See, okay, we're back to Zofia, but I was kind of wondering why, or if we would be seeing a whole lot of Deimos today, because it
We
seems
have-
like that character is a whole. That character's a whole menace at top level play. We just haven't seen a lot of him yet.
Deimos is a very much utilized operator in the highest play of Rainbow Six Siege, with his incredible fragging potential, especially in these one-on-one situations, or as people like to call them, 50-50 situations, with Deimos being able to turn these situations into almost unlosable gunfights. But
Very
we haven't
true.
seen him utilized on the border game at all. In this game, so far, not either. We're only 2 rounds in, so everything's open.
Yeah, it's very possible that we see him going forward. Looks like we're going to be seeing an early push here into CCTV on the opposite side of the second floor. A very standard approach for this site.
Crossfire. So we do see the injury frag coming out onto the Grim from top right, and
Ooh.
another pick from Impala. Great shots there onto Shift.
Very nice.
That is the Grim and the Zofia Gon. Those are 2 great value operators, especially the Grim with his intel value. Him being out of the equation is devastating to Strike X.
Sledge here just to open up those castle walls. Having that sight line onto the point here, very valuable. That one balcony, right outside of those bedroom windows is extremely difficult to deal with as
We
the
might
defenders,
see a
but
pick here
eventually
coming out from
there he
Rivet
goes
onto
down.
the
Yep.
castle. Yep. Onto Seeger with the pre-fire. Now Rivet having control of the Logi. But trapped here now with Cassie, and Cassie slowly pushing up with the mute. And the cross behind from Mine gets taken out by
Ooh.
Rivet. Wow, what a shot. But gets
Yeah, that's
refragged
huge.
by Cassie.
Immediate refrag, and I believe that was the diffuser as well. It's just down to Bloppy
It's down to
in
Bloppy
a
on
1
the
versus
sledge.
3. And
We still have
she's
Impala
so
playing
far
behind the
away.
and she takes the pick. What a round from Wildcard Queens. An indestructible defense almost there.
Yeah, I mean, just a beautiful second floor hold that time around for sure. And I mean, it wouldn't shock me if they end up going to CCTV cache. They do end up going to CCTV cache. I was delayed in my reaction there, but that is going to be the decision here, and we're gonna once again be seeing the Bandit, Jaeger, a lot of that denial,
We do
both
see the
on
two
walls
Barrow
and
coming out
ordnance.
this time around.
Tubarao as well, yeah.
And the Dock, most likely to play on rafters alongside the Wamai.
But interestingly, we do have Thatcher and Thermite just to be able to
Attackers
open
need
up
to locate
a
and defuse
massive
any
hole
bombs
in the
they
side of
can.
CCTV. So
We see this swap onto a
Oh.
Capitao and a Blackbeard in turn for the Thermite and the Thatcher. But we see the recruits swap onto the Thatcher, so they're still planning to open some of these walls with the ace that remains.
yeah, I mean, it's going to be very, very crucial for Wildcard to keep that wall closed going into
10
CCTV,
seconds left
and that's why you have the
before
Bandit, right? Being able to trick is so massive, but
5
obviously a little harder to do with the ace than it is with the thermite. So
Yeah, well, that's
we'll
what
see
you
how
have
it goes.
Tubarão for, you know?
Indeed.
Tubarão being such a high-value operator currently in the game. We do see the buck coming out, so they are probably going to try and play this vertically to deny that tricking from the bandit to get that breach open with the ace.
Yeah, very, very smart stuff from them. The skeleton key obviously able to help them deny that play entirely. Blackbeard also going up and over the top.
Making phantom pressure on that CCTV window.
Batteries do go down.
We see the grenade come out from Blackbeard, but both get burned. Bloppy takes out Impala.
The
Down
Wamai
below.
disc.
But gets taken out by
Ooh,
Cassie.
Bloppy.
That's the refrag.
But that's the buck. The skeleton key's not available anymore. And you've lost your Capitao as well. No arrows to speak of. You can safely get those batteries down.
Oh, but Rivet just jumps
Oh,
into the side, takes
Rivet!
out
Rivet!
Mike Secret.
He just walks in, no fear.
Wow.
Jeez, these
Really gets taken out. Now it's Cassie in a 1v2 situation on top red, swinging up onto the breach, holding this tight angle. Will they be able to find out that Cassie is playing there? He's rotating around down to Swamp, sees the Thatcher, takes out the Thatcher.
Good shot.
Now in a 1v1 situation, Cassie versus Pho. Pho making her way down towards the garage.
But I think Cassie kind of expects this, right?
But Cassie
Exactly.
sees it and she takes him and
Cassie.
takes Pho out. Takes her out, my bad. And we do see the third round in a row, one for Wildcard Queens. Incredible work.
Yeah, I mean, Cassie playing that phenomenally there, staying composed in that 1v2 scenario, knowing via the intel that at least one of those players was going to be in garage, and then maintaining presence on that balcony in order to deny entry. Just beautiful stuff. We are going to see Tubarão and Blackbeard get banned here. Tubarão makes a lot of sense in terms of wall denial. Like, we saw it used literally last round, but that wall didn't get opened up, like, almost at all. So...
yeah,
big stuff coming out.
We only saw it getting opened up into the last round when Rivet took that hero play, jumping into the CCTV window, getting that two-piece onto both the reach denials. You see the Kai coming out from mine this time around. You do have the Valkyrie, so
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs.
like last round that we were on the bottom floor, we do have this Valkyrie, Goyo, Kaid, smoke setup, but this time around we did bring the Jaeger.
Jaeger is a very interesting pick here. I mean, last round we did see both the Jaeger and the Wamai being played from Wildcard Queens. That is not going to be the case this time around. Cassiopeia will be on the smoke instead. But I don't know, the same philosophy stands, right? Just being able to deny that ordinance is absolutely massive. Going down to the basement here, I think it's interesting that we also see the Goyo just being able to put down these canisters in the tunnel, denying so much ability for the attacking team of Strike X to be able to get through there. So
You see the hard breach guys coming out from Playday, opening up the dirt tunnel here. Pre-firing, trying to get a pick onto the dirt player. Yet again,
definitely don't hate it.
Floppy taking control over from the side of the map. Impala playing very aggressively here on these secret stairs. Taking out that pipe, but giving away her position, now running back down into the site.
I think firing at that just it staves people off, at least temporarily speaking. No reason to really go towards that. So definitely a solid waste of time there, as you say. And I like the fact that we're seeing this IQ so much from Strike X. Obviously, Valkyrie still on the board and will be for the rest of the time that Wildcard is on defense. So IQ, a great operator when it comes to being able to shut down that extra intel, as well as being able to find everything else.
You do see the IQ being utilized to open up that moto hatch with being able to spot the kite claw, to deactivate it, and then use a hard breach charge from the recruit. That is the strong power of the recruit, being able to have 2 secondary gadgets with him, having the EMPs and the hard breach charge to full alone open up the hatch. Do you see Secret?
Setting C4.
C4, trying to find a pick bottoming, unsuccessful. Letting the triple wall get opened into a familiar scenario, but this time around with no picks being taken, with a minute into the round left. And we see Rivet
Very
taken
low, but
out.
eventually Rivet. Rivet gets gunned down, and Secret is shortly traded. Players are not able to get in onto the site, though, as Fa immediately shut down. Bloppy as well. It's down to the Grim and the recruit. And one pick will come through. But will it be enough? The Goyo is just going to stave off so much of that pressure from the striker. But the 2 picks anyway! And up top, the Grim is going to find another. Cassiopeia
Yet
left in
again-
another 1v2.
Will she take this time again? They do have minor intel on the attacker. We see Shifted doing the sprint through.
This is-
Cassie now knowing where the plant is going to go down. And she's
Plant's
taking
going
the
down.
opportunity, but is it held by the recruit?
Gonna be denied.
That
Not
goes
denied.
down, she finds the
But do you know where it is?
Shifted.
Julie, very, very low. It literally only needs to be 1 bullet, though! And just like that, Strike X gonna take their first round here on Clubhouse. Took them a while, but they finally got it done.
They finally bounced back. Wow. And that was a great attack, I think, by Strike X. The fact that they bounced back from that 3v2 situation into a 2v1, no, 2v4 situation, into a 2v1 situation, closing out that round against Wildcard Queens on the bottom floor was a very, very good move, or a very, very good motivational booster there for this game to continue a bit longer, hopefully. As now we're seeing another church defense with a slightly different
Attackers need
loadout.
to
We're going
locate
to
and
see the
defuse as many
Melusi
bombs
come
as
out,
they can.
and we're going to see the Doc come out in turn for the Valkyrie and the Kaid last round. So I assume with
Interesting.
that we're going to see a lot more aggression coming out from Wildcard Queens with now this frag heavy operator and Doc.
Fortified the
And
wall!
the Banshee of Melusi with the intel to have more of that area denial.
Will be interesting for sure. One of the operators I have my eye on right now, as you pointed out earlier, is going to be this Doc. I mean, obviously very aggressive playstyles can be enabled with this character, so we will see how this one goes, but as it stands, seems like a decently standard attack for Strike X as well. We're seeing Grim, Twitch, Ram, not surprising characters to see at all.
We do see the Impala with the Goyo laying over there in cool. Trying to maybe find a rat pick here early on into the round. Seeing basic setup here from Rivet and Pho. Trying to take control of the kitchen side. This time around, not with the Valkyrie. So a lot less pressure on them trying to take this vertical area. And Mai finds the
Ooh,
first pick
Pho
onto Pho.
finds.
That is the hard breach as well. Now with only
Yeah,
hard breach
and-
charges left, Strike X has to make something work of that.
It's going to be a significantly more difficult affair now that that's out of the picture. And Floppy also falling. No more Twitch. Going to be a lot harder to dispel these Goyo canisters. So it's going to be a very difficult round for Strike X. Not impossible. They do still have a whole lot of sightlines being opened up top thanks to this Ram, but it's going to be... It's going to be an affair. It's a difficult one.
Impala playing this lurk very, very well, very reserved, not trying to play too aggressive. She's just trying her hardest to waste time, and she's very successful with it. The attackers are wasting way too much time. There's barely a minute and 15 left in the round. Now, 2 of the 3 remaining attackers both focused on trying to take out this Goyo.
Oh,
And Impala still takes out Shift A, and with a trade as well.
oh,
just
one for
going on.
one. The trade comes out.
Impala
2
really
versus 4 though.
put in the work, taking out 2 of the most important operators of this Twitch and the Grim.
Yeah, that I
Now,
mean the roam
Yet
was
again,
phenomenal.
yet again, another 2v4 situation here. We have the Recruit and the Ram being Yue and Rivet now. Trying to make something work, funneling through the hatches and the hallways.
Smoke once
Rivet
again,
in the
just
motor.
walling you out.
Gets taken up by
Oh.
Uli. Now with the Recruit all alone against 4 players. I think on this blue hatch. It seems like an unwinnable situation, but we've seen other players.
I mean,
Yeah.
with 10 seconds left, if you fall right now, you're falling into smoke and fire. So it might be a little bit chalked here, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And as a result, Wildcard Queens will end up taking the round in that instance.
Unfortunate
Save
for
your
Strike
stats.
X, but they simply did not expect the roam and lurk from Impala there with the Goyo in strip, taking out those 2 players very early on into the round.
Now we go back to gym bedroom. We are not even messing with first floor site. No, thank you. We do not want that. Understandably so. Just a matter of heading back upstairs after a successful basement hold. And I mean, again, we see fairly standard picks up here. Castle makes a lot of sense, being able to wall off certain, like some of these doors. Castle barricades are just phenomenal for. The pick I'm most interested in here, though, I want to see if this ace comes through on the attack for Strike X, because I'm curious.
I'm also very interested in that
Attackers have discovered the location of a
Ying
bomb.
pick from Shift A coming out.
True.
That might have some value to it, but you know, you never see. And as you were mentioning earlier, the first foresight, speaking you said, obviously understandable that there isn't the first foresight, but I wanted to add to that. I miss having a bomb site be over in strip, because I
Facts.
still very strongly remember there being a bomb site in strip club, and that being one of the best sites on this map, even during pro league times into like year 1, year 2 times.
Yeah. That's a callback and a half there. I'd completely forgotten about the site there. Shoutouts to that. That was a long time ago, but either way, Clubhouse has changed over the years in many a way, but
With major and minor reworks to the
indeed.
map over time.
A lot of pressure already being put on upstairs. Once again, bringing the sledge. We saw this last time gym bedroom was happening. Of course, castle is going to be here. But you know that when a castle is there,
And the castle is
a
no
sledge
longer
can
there.
knock him down.
Wow.
But yeah, that's a good pick.
Reloading. Cover me.
Taking that completely out of the equation. Not like he had any barricades left, but still.
Get a secret down. One of the players currently with the positive sampling out of the 5. So that is definitely a gun out of the equation as well, as you said.
5v3
Rivet
now,
takes out
Rivet.
Cassie. That is just
They-
one of the win cons gone with the shotgun SMG-11 combo out of the game.
Oh, this is disastrous for Wildcard so far. They are able to get one back onto Sweet Puff. So eventually, there's going to be one out of the equation, but it just keeps getting worse for Wildcard. And eventually, they will fall. That was a very efficient attack.
What a swift round here from Wildcard, taking that space so easily. They learned from their past mistakes attacking Gym Bedroom as to not take over the CCTV side and getting shut down by 2 players just with 1 shield sitting there. but instead this time around taking a full direct approach, opening the breach, taking out all the important players, which Wildcard was not ready for apparently. And so they were just getting taken out left and right. And we see the Deimos ban. Interesting.
Okay.
We didn't see
Deimos and
played
Kaid
by
out of the picture.
We didn't see Deimos played by StrikeX at all, but we see him banned from StrikeX against Queens.
Maverick
See the
Azami once again makes a lot of sense.
Maverick being such a high value operator on this map, and Azami as well being, in my opinion, currently the strongest operator in the entire game.
Unsurprising, considering. Is that a Scopos I see?
Ooh. Bloppy on the
Interesting.
Scopus. This might be interesting.
I am not particularly familiar with Scopos or how, like, well, I sort of know how the character works. I just haven't had hands-on experience with the character personally. So this will be fun.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Yeah, I agree. I always enjoy seeing some Scopeless gameplay, especially because of the capability of the operator that you can have if you know how to roam and how to lure.
Very true. Setting up now. We are starting in the basement here. I am very interested. It's kind of interesting to me. I think it's crazy that Valkyrie has just been floated this entire time. Neither team banned her in their initial go around on defense, and I mean last half we didn't see her banned even in that later ban phase either. So once again we're going to be seeing an IQ just to be able to find those cameras and shut them down. But this lurk
I do want to point out the fact that Impala on the IQ is actually running a G8, which is a very uncommon sight nowadays because of the not too recent LMG nerf that happened when the Finka LMG meta was a thing.
I remember the Finka LMG meta. Oh no.
I hated it.
Back
when
that's
the
fair.
LMG meta was a thing, I was still fairly new to Siege, so I wasn't very good with gun skill, and I was just like, yeah, I couldn't compete.
Yeah. Hate to see it.
Ooh, we see mine get a lot of HP taken off. I wonder what she was chelling.
Scanning for electronic
We see that she was she was probably fighting this Scopos. One of the Valkyrie gems gets taken out almost immediately.
Reloading.
And there's now Wildcard doing a full top clear onto that Scopos. But with Scopos' ability, she teleported across the map safely back in sight after doing major damage to mine there. On the sledge.
Drone spinning up.
Scopos still playing fairly aggressive here on the bottom part of main stairs. Still trying to somehow find a pick here in this round. Being droned out
by the drone.
Now Wildcard is aware of the Scopus. They're going to watch these main stairs now.
Little bit of damage taken. And eventually, Loopy does find the opening pick here. Very solid stuff for the defense so far.
And she does take out mine after all. After damaging her that much.
The real question here becomes, oh, that does eventually get shut down though.
A nice shot by Impala there onto Bloopy, taking her out.
Extremely good shot.
Now in a very even 4v4 situation, every player max HP. We do have 40 seconds left on the clock, so Wildcard has to start working on their execute now.
And that's a good start to it. Secret and Cass both finding picks here. And Pho tries to get aggressive for Strike X, trying to save the round a little bit, but not able to do anything about it. Rivid will eventually fall, and just like that, we're looking at the 2-5 scoreline at the beginning of this second half. Shout out to Kickstarter Charm, by the way. Rip legend. I mean, very solid stuff. And it looks like we're going to be going back up to Gym Bedroom. A common sight.
Yeah.
With some standard picks here. Bandit remains. Castle remains.
I personally think gym bedroom on this map is probably the best site currently, because I think church is very, very accessible as a site. It's really easy to attack, in my opinion, if you
Attackers
know
need
how to attack,
locate and
even against a
defuse
good
as many
defending
bombs
team.
as they can.
And CCTV is just a placebo site, in my opinion, because it's known as a like first round ranked site.
Mm-hmm.
I think gym bedroom, if played well, even against a good attacking team, is like almost like a fortress.
I tend to agree. Typically, I think that there are some operators. I mean, the two that we've seen consistently here, I guess three because of Frost as well. But the Castle and the Bandit just make this such a difficult site to even look at properly. You know, it's a hard site to even want to crack.
The Castle Bandit combo on this site especially is such a strong combination because you can close off the castle barricade onto the main breach and castle off the window that's far, allowing the bandit for a good while to trick the main breach actively. That's why bandit is usually picked over the a Cade or a mute or two other.
Swapping bags.
It kind of seems like that was the plan all along. Fortunately for them, Bandit wasn't banned out immediately, but a couple players will be out of the round immediately.
Very aggressive play here by the Jaeger, taking out Mine here on the Zofia, who is not really having a fun game this time around.
I'd like to play the game. We all would.
Yeah.
Wait for next round. You'll do better then, I believe. But either way.
I'm a non-believer. I believe.
You're a non-believer? You believe in the comeback? Okay.
I mean, we saw 5-2 turn into a 5-4 last game, so.
That's true. We did.
And with Shift A finding a pick onto Secret, we're getting closer and closer to a matching scoreline yet again.
Ooh.
And a pick onto Impala.
Heartbreach
gone, or the strong Heartbreach gone. Cassie now down on about half HP, trying to take this logic control. Gets taken out by the Jaeger as well. Incredible picks coming out here by Yoon.
Incredible stuff here. I mean, it's just... It's never looked easier. It's never looked easier.
An almost flawless round by StrikeX. Incredibly well played, taking these ones, winning these ones, getting the picks off of these angles with the Jaeger playing this hyper-aggressive game, peeking every window, every doorway, and finding these picks, just blatantly out-fragging the Wildcard Queens players. Honestly, great stuff.
It's looking very solid all around, and after a successful gym bedroom hold, we are going to be seeing a CCTV cache. And this time around, unlike the last time we saw this, we're not going to be seeing a Wamai and a Jaeger, just the Wamai in play this time around. So only that for the ordnance denial.
We also do see the smoke for the late round plant denial. So I assume that StrikeX is going to try their hardest to keep Raptors control, keep the main wall closed, and play for that late round. And that's what I assume Wildcard Queens might be going for as well, bringing that Lion, which is notorious to be part of the infamous 20-second meta, or nowadays it's more like a 35-40-second meta. The Capitao, the Blitz as well, probably to try and take Raptors control, and the Heartbreach for the main wall. We do see the swap from the Lion onto the Lion, and the Ash onto the Thatcher.
Thatcher makes a lot of sense playing into Bandit. Obviously, the usage of those EMP grenades just completely opening up those sites. However, Bandit still able to trick, so we will see how that goes.
Bandit is still going to have an easier time tricking, considering the Bandit is against a Thermite, and this time around not an Ace. So we might see we might witness the fact that StrikeX keeps this wall successfully closed.
Trick comes through.
Yep, and this is going to be a closed left wall. We do see the Heartbreach charge coming out, taking out the right wall.
Pick's coming out though. Oh, from both sides. It's a pinch here. There is also pressure coming through the garage, but eventually the diffuser does go down very early. 40 seconds now remaining. The EE1D popped, so they know where everybody is. They can't afford to be standing still. Rivid does get taken down. That information from Wildcard Queens was absolutely huge for them. Now Strike X. Looking pretty decent here. Once again, another EE1D. Save for the post plant here. They have to know where Strike X is playing. Good swing out from Sweet.
We do see Cassie taken out, but it's now 1v4 situation, 1v2 situation. Fuck. In a pinch. This
Runs
is
into the...
almost impossible, and yeah.
I mean, that's...
But
you know, it happens.
might just be
happens
user
to the
error.
best
Might
of us.
just be user error there. Walking
Very
into the fire.
possible.
Oh, what can you do?
Happens to the
Unfortunately,
best
we're not
of
going
us.
to see that 5-4 scoreline, but we are going into the match point now, and into the possible last ban of this game. What do you think it's going to be?
Valkyrie would not shock me.
I think we might see something like a Thatcher and possibly a Jaeger ban.
Okay,
I think
IQ
you're
and Bandit.
So we're
Bandit
going
makes
to
a lot of
see-
sense.
I assume we're going to see some Valkyrie play here. Yep, exactly.
Okay, Valkyrie makes sense. My question is, why ban Bandit when you are planning, when you assume that they're going to basement, right? Because Bandit doesn't seem like the
There's
best
always-
option in this instance.
I assume it is to deny or is to preemptively make it as to where they can't deny a dirt
Defenders,
rush.
protect your bombs from being used by attackers.
You can play the bandit back there. That is a very common play.
I see.
Or to ban at the church wall, since the Kaid is still locked after all.
Right. And we
Attackers
aren't
have
seeing a
located the
tuber out
bomb.
from Strike X either, so no wall denial here. Other than the Mira, sort of?
We do see a Ying coming out from Cassie, who is currently with the top frag on Wildcard Queens, which is a turnaround from the last game,
For
where
sure.
Cassie had respectfully little impact on any of the rounds. So this is certainly
sure
going to
Cassie
be.
understands.
It's fine. She won't be mad at me.
I was gonna say, I'm sure she understands.
Yeah, it's just friendly banter.
Yeah, I get you for sure. I be trash talking my friends when I cast their Overwatch matches, so I know how it is.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
Indeed.
I would be trash talking Shift A and Rivet a little bit because we're long time close friends, but they're both doing fairly well this game, so.
It's very true. Secret just kind of looking on at that in like disbelief for a moment as fucking shut down very quickly up on the upper floor.
Fun, not
3-6
really having a
round
fun
count.
game this game. Being
Oh,
the bottom
definitely
by
not.
2 and 9.
Oh, this angle is
Shift A-
nasty.
See Shift A trying to get a pick. We might have to see an impact trick here. Yep.
Good
Use
impact.
those 2 impacts.
Oh!
Oh. Lots of civilian there, and that's both impacts gone. Now, unfortunately, Wildcard Queens is going to get this hatch, giving them the advantage, of course, in this round already.
They've got to know where everybody is now, thanks to the logic bomb from Impala. Floppy goes down, Rivet immediately falls. It's all but over at this point. A 1 versus 3. Make it a 1 versus 2, though. Yuli on this smoke absolutely can make it happen. It's a scary prospect, but the Ying and the Ash stand in your way, but eventually you do get shut down, and just like that, Wildcard Queens, they bounce back from a tough map on Border to end up winning this one out.
Incredible play, incredible gaming here overall from Wildcard Queens. Very much a step up from the last game where they really, really underperformed. And we really saw a turnaround in the stat lines with Cassie and Secret now being at the top of the leaderboard as opposed to the last game where they were, quite frankly, at the bottom.
Yeah, and they did a really, really good job of bringing that one all the way back around. And And just like that, our second game of the day has concluded. Once again, though, don't go anywhere. We have one more match for you after this quick break.
Bye.
Fill me out with your smile. Now the sunshine brings the light. Fill me out with a flame. I will let you in this game. Take me out when I'm down. 'Cause with you I'm safe and sound. 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 I'm safe and Bring that beat back.
We are dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. Search but you stay lost. We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. We're dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. You search but you stay lost. We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are. Reaching for the stars. I wonder where you Wherever love goes, there is also misery. It's no mystery. And you and I, we got history. Yeah. Wherever love flows, there is also tragedy. When we're in too deep. And you and I, we got history. Yeah. Go look in the mirror, say, hey, I'm sorry for all the pain. I'm sorry for all the pain. Go look in the mirror, say, hey, I'm sorry for all the pain. I'm sorry for all the pain. Go look in the mirror, say, hey, I'm sorry for all the pain.
Never ever find the right words, and there's no way this is real life. There's no telling you're the right girl, so I can only say that it feels right. It feels right, it feels right. Yeah, I can only say that it feels right. It feels right, it feels right. Yeah, I can only say that it feels right.
To get off the darkest ground, the gravity pulls you straight down. Earth from a bird's eye view. You should grow feathers and see this too. When you want to get off the darkest ground, the gravity pulls you straight down. When you want to get off the darkest ground, the gravity pulls you straight down, down. Clear You and me are bored of regularities, living all the dreams, playing all the games can chase us down, but we will always win. Leading every dance, feeling every touch, and getting high in love. We're invincible. Trust in me. We're invincible. Don't you see? We're invincible. We're invincible. We're invincible. We're invincible. We're invincible. I just assumed I'd play the part of keeping you in the right direction. No matter how your confidence may fall, I'll be here as your foundation. And I say, hey, yo, just let it go. Your struggles won't remain. And I say, hey, yo, we're holding hope and wake up yesterday. So hold on to me. Hold on to me. Hold on to me. Hold on to me.
All right. We're back on air. Welcome back. One more match for the day. We are seeing another very familiar team today. It's going to be Wildcard Queens again. Wildcard Queens again, this time against Arrival 7, female division. It is once again me with Akira. How you doing?
Hi, I'm doing fine. Very excited for this match. This is my most hyped match for the day.
Ooh. Okay. Tell me
We're
more.
back on we're back on Clubhouse. Well, I'm fairly um good friends with almost everybody on the A7 roster, so I've been wanting to
Nice.
see them play today. And Wildcard now after this last game has definitely smashed my expectations. So
It's
really
very
excited to see
true.
this going. I hope that A7 can break their loss streak of them going 4-7 and 1-7 against Strike X and Kitten Queens respectively, and we'll see if they can um, take out Wildcard Queens here and still get a win this game, or if it's going to be a 0-3 situation for them today. Very excited for
Would
this game.
definitely it would
We're
definitely
back
not
with
be ideal, but we are starting on gym bedroom. So
Mhm.
what do you make of the bans here?
um, I mean, the Blackbeard zombie ban is very, I would say default almost.
Attackers need to locate and
Hmm.
The
defuse
Habana
bombs.
Kite ban, I would almost also consider default-ish. The Habana ban being a bit more out of place, but I can understand it if A7 has troubles playing the bottom floor site and
Hmm.
leaving the Ace and the Thermite open through that. But it should be an interesting defensive half. A7 is a more defensive team, as far as I know. So excited to see how this goes. Wildcard is also an attacking team, and this is an attacking map, so this is going to be a test off rip to see if A7 can hold their own against a team like this. We do see the Castle Bandit combo come out, and we do have the Mira this time around. We have the Wamai, and yet again we see another Frost.
Interesting. This is these three characters we've seen in a lot of these gym bedroom defenses. I'm not sure I understand the Frost nearly as much as the other two, but I mean, any way you slice it, still going to be looking fairly standard here. Is this entire thing, but I mean, the Ash is just here to completely clear out the possibility of that being tricked. You cannot safely stand there as the bandit anymore, so that wall is going to be open very shortly. And it's going to be a really big hole, too, thanks to Thermite.
It really is.
Who was talking about Dead by Daylight in all chat?
Oh, and we see the Imp, the first frag of the game come out from Spleech on to Impala. Wow. On the CCTV side of the map, I assume. See another pick
Extremely
coming out.
nice,
They
but
refrag
eventually-
onto Tycho from mine here with the Zofia, taking out the castle. See some fire coming towards Dooley over here outside on the jacuzzi on the breach. From Audrey on the main stairs. Shrimp also taking some damage. And it looks very, very even currently. In the 4v4 situation, one player on each side being hit. Now the connector wall being opened by the Thermite, giving them a lot more insight and splitting off Shrimp to fend for her own in CCTV. Being pressured by mine here on the Zofia.
Trying to put a little bit of pressure out onto this balcony here, and it looks like eventually Spleech will find a pick onto Oryx. Very big stuff.
We do see,
Mighty, rather.
we do see the team now start to move into the site, funneling through the breach into the B site now. The plant's starting to go down from Cassiopeia. And Shrimp
That's
gets
gonna be another
taken out
pick.
by Bully. The plant goes down.
Caught the reload!
And we can see
Oh,
the
2 versus
instant
2.
refrag by Audrey. It's a 2v2 situation. Bully being on 1 HP in this, under the window, and Secret being in Logi.
Do they realize that Bully's still out here on there? It may not even matter. Secret able to find another pick on the Spleech there. But now it's down to a 1 versus 1.
This is a winnable situation here. If Audrey gets this long arm defuse, she could win this round.
Oh, it's more than winnable.
No.
But the knee is spotted by Bully.
The knee does take it out. That is
The
so
knee
unfortunate.
gives the game away.
What a close first round here out of this game. Already.
I mean, yeah, that was down to the wire, but Wildcard Queens do end up cleaning it up. And eventually, Gym Bedroom, it looked like that was going to be the pick for a moment, but it looks like they're actually going to opt for Church Arsenal Room down in the basement.
Yeah.
And
this is where
that's
this
an interesting...
Habana
Is that a
comes in.
Tachanka?
Oh. So we're seeing strats come out this early on to the game. That's what I'm excited about.
Attackers need to locate and defuse
Interesting.
bombs.
Okay, so Goyo, fairly standard. Those canisters going up in various places, but particularly in the dirt tunnel, just to make sure that that becomes significantly harder to attack. We're
Yeah.
seeing a warden, a legion, I think.
Yeah.
That's his name.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
that's his name. I knew it. I know the characters' names, and a Valkyrie.
Since
So
I'm
fairly
personally
standard.
close friend of Shrimp, who's currently on the Legion,
Right.
I expect big things from her because from what I know, Legion is Shrimp's like by far favorite and strongest operator.
Okay, I'm looking forward to it
Yeah.
then. Let's see it, Shrimp.
Bleach bringing out the Warden for I think the first time on this stream so far. I don't think we've seen a Warden be played so far.
I think we
Which is
saw
surprising.
one warden early on the first series, but it was very short lived. I think we saw it for one round.
Yeah,
But either way,
dude.
not a
We do
frequently
see
seen
the-
operator on this stream.
Tachanka. We see Shrimp starting the round off top red, trying to maybe get a lurk pick to draw the attention of the attackers towards the top floor of the map. Or to take out maybe this unsuspecting Ying that is in secret.
Not a position you would fully expect from the Legion, but either way, whole lot of fire and flames on the site right now, thanks to two characters who can put it there. So, Arrival 7, not able to find a pick so far, but certainly draining a lot of time. Wildcard, still trying to figure out their approach.
Shrimp still trying to hold down that top floor while Wildcard is now doing work. We see Cassie on the Ying shotgun again, as we saw the last Clubhouse game when the winning round against Strike X. Impala opting to go for the sledge over the ram is an interesting choice, I think.
I personally am very much in favor of the sledge. Definitely not biased. Definitely not a sledge main.
What was the better mention that? You see Audrey set off that flame pipe very early on. Ellie
Ooh.
taking out the mine, and Audrey flaming herself, but takes out Cassie. Now we're in the 3v2 situation. Luli is trying to plant, but gets damaged, takes out Spleech, and Paula takes
1v2.
out Audrey. It's a 1v2 for Shrimp, the gunner of the team. Takes out Impala.
Gets one.
1v1. Does she know that Booley is in the other site? Booley does get pinged.
Well, knows now for sure. Just a matter of
And
watching
Shrimp
for that,
takes
and
it,
that's a
1v2.
good,
Disgusting.
beautiful shot. Beautiful, gorgeous shot. I'm with it. I'm with it every day of the week. And you were talking about how her most comfortable operator being that Legion. I think we just saw exactly why. Just perfect play. Gym bedroom. We're going back.
We see the top floor again. We see the Legion come out, another Frost, the Bandit, the Castle. This is the exact same lineup, except that the Legion is in
Attackers
place
need to
of the
locate and
Wamai
defuse
that we
as
see.
many bombs as they can.
I find it interesting. I mean, I hope that they put a little bit more pressure onto the balcony from the CCTV window, because last time this whole setup fell apart very quickly just because the ash got up onto that balcony and just took out every bit of that defense. So I'm hoping that they're able to shut down Secret this time around, because they're going for the exact same setup.
This is basically the exact same round replay. The operators are the same, besides the opt for the Legion over the Wamai, which I assume to be a comfort pick here, with Shrimp getting that 3k last round on the Legion. Trying to pick the Legion now to, well, as I said, have that comfort pick over the utility, maybe having a bigger impact that way. Do you see the entire team rotating around the map here? Impala going to open up the CCTV wall, I assume?
Approaching over the roof makes a lot of sense here.
These are
Can't
some
be spotted
interesting
from that
handles.
window.
I like this. with the footholds onto the rafters stairs.
Same plan. No shutdown here. And once again, that wall's
see
gone. You still
the-
can't trick it.
We do see a very similar early execution with Mine opening the window with the Zofia utilizing those hard breach charges and the explosive charges from her launcher. And Bleach taking out Impala yet again as the first pick. Wow.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Like the last gym bedroom round where Spleech also took out Impala off the CCTV plat rappel with the frost onto the ace. It's the exact same repeat, but we will see if the rest of the round is an exact repeat.
Still a 5 versus 4 in favor of Arrival 7 as it stands, so very much
20
could
left.
go either way.
Wildcard is
Oh.
stalling. Mine gets taken out by Spleech as well. But we see
That's a
Shrimp get
problem, but
refragged
Shrimp-
by the Claymore on the connector window. That is unfortunate.
Yep, slight over aggression punished by the use of that Claymore, and eventually Thermite is able to break open the connector wall here.
Now we are in a 3v4 situation, which I think, in fact, is more winnable than a 3v5. So,
I think you're right.
yeah.
I would dare to say you are correct.
Because I personally think the more players are in the match, the harder it is to win a man-down situation, even if it's just one man down. A 4v5, I think, is harder than a 3v4.
Yeah, I'm definitely with that.
She does see the barrel there of the
Oh
frost.
no.
Is she gonna try and shoot the arm?
Oh no.
She does get the peek.
Oh,
She does
okay.
take out Spleech. Bully in the site again. And Secret down, running down connector. They have control of the site now. They do know about the player prone.
1v2.
The last one. It's a 1v2 situation for Audrey in Logi. Secret out of ammo there. Goes for the prone. 1 HP. Bully taking
Diffuser
out
going
plant,
down.
Probably going to hop out of sight again. Audrey opting to rotate into connector.
Oh, long rotate coming through.
She
Both
just jumped
teams.
out the connector. Takes out the Thatcher.
That's one.
But she
Oh,
gets
but-
refragged by Secret off the connector mirror.
Yep, Secret
Unfortunate.
was standing in a really good spot there,
Mhm.
behind the broken mural window. And the moment you know that they've jumped out the window, and they get revealed, it's just over in that instance.
Yeah, I agree. That
Yeah,
was a well played round by both teams. We are seeing very close rounds. I think every
Mhm.
round so far has gone down to an almost 1v1 situation.
I think so. Yeah. Twitch
Using
and Mira
Twitch,
are
Mira,
the next
man.
bands. I think
Interesting.
Twitch is interesting. I don't think we've seen any Twitch so far in this map. I guess just wanted to get rid of it because you're wanting to play characters like the Wamai, like the Jaeger potentially, but I don't know. I feel like that band is a little odd, but the Mira band makes it
Mhm.
makes a lot of sense.
A7 has been
Protect your
utilizing
bombs from
said
being
Mira a
defused by
lot,
attackers.
so I do see the reason behind that one. Now with the CCTV site, the first time we're seeing this in this match. See Spleech on the smoke, Elios on the Wamai, and Audrey and Tycho each on the two German defending operators. And we do see that Jaeger Wamai combination yet again in a CCTV defense.
10 seconds remaining.
Arrival 7 looking pretty stock standard here. I mean, the Bandit has been showing face a lot when we've gone up to the second floor here, and I expect it to continue to throughout the rest of this map. So I just think
I agree.
it's kind of interesting. We're seeing a Nomad. Haven't seen Nomad today at all, but
Yeah,
here we are.
which I'm quite upset about. Nomad is one of my favorite characters in this game. I love him.
Nomad is very cool. I like Nomad.
We do see Shrimp playing this earlier roam yet again, opting for the Legion Comfort pick, trying to find these early on kills onto unsuspecting wildcard players. We see Secret opting for the Ash again, the double hard breach as well. And
It's
Booley
also
on the thermite.
mine. It's also, I think, mine. Important to mention that mine being on this Maverick means that it'll be kind of easy to know where the bandit batteries are and just instantly get rid of them. You're not dealing with a Kaid. The Electro Claw isn't on the ceiling. You can just burn out the bottom of the wall and shoot out the
Or do
batteries.
this. This is also what's called a Maverick trick. What
Indeed.
mine did there, where you soften up the wall using just the Maverick.
Hmm.
Deploying drone.
Fancy
Shrimp
stuff.
in the basement, trying to maybe walk up somewhere onto alert if there's a vert player. But from the looks of it, this is a very horizontal take.
Oh, yes.
Mainly from the main breach and the window so far. I don't think we've seen any aggression this far on the other side of the map. Oh, Secret currently droning at the site for her team, trying to find out if there's a gap, perchance, that she can take. See
the
Ali
smoke comes
locking
out.
down the site of the map with those Jaeger ADSs and those MMIs. Is Ali going to find that pick though? That's the question.
Ooh, the aggression comes out, and you have the opportunity here, but you get shut down here. 3 versus 3, a couple trades come out. And now it's just a matter of holding on for dear life if you're a Rival 7. So many
See
players
Booley
so
going for
far
the
away
plant
from the
now.
site right now, but
Tycho taking out Impala, important pick here.
that's huge. Yeah. Players under the site right now, but the diffuser does go down. Booley is next to fall. It's just mine. Outside of the
1v2
site right
post-fight
now.
situation. This could go right or wrong. She has a good spot here out on the plat. Down to
Good
Tycho.
one.
Now has to fight Shrimp in a 1v1 situation. Decides to drop off.
Drops
This is probably
down.
the right play. She's going to bed on the rappel now.
Goes for the quick defuse, but not going to be able to finish it off. And mine
is-
clutching up in a 1 versus 2.
1 versus 3 even, I think. No?
1 versus 3?
I think so. I might
I
be
think
wrong.
so. Maybe. No, I think it went down to a 2v2 first.
Maybe.
Looks like we're seeing a very similar strategy to what we saw. I think this is the exact same composition we saw in round 2 from A7F in this instance. We're going back to basement,
Attackers need to
back to the
locate and
Tachanka
defuse as many bombs as
Goyo.
they can.
We do
With
see
the,
Tycho on the Valkyrie this time around. Swapped out for... I don't even know who it was last
I thought Taika was on Valkyrie last time they were in basement.
Might be. I don't remember. It might
Huh.
be, but I don't think so.
Twitch chat,
I-
if you can remember, please tell us.
Yeah.
We're on you're on a 3-minute delay, so you'll hear this request in 3 minutes. But if you can remember, you should tell us. Either way.
Here's tries to
Once
look
again,
at my Twitch chat, and I don't even have the right stream pulled up. I have the.
That's funny.
Camera feed up and running.
By the way, like I said earlier, very, very similar hold to what we were seeing earlier. Valkyrie coming out here. And obviously, a whole lot of pressure onto this roof with the help of that ram. So, Arrival 7's got to be very, very mindful of what's happening above them.
We do have Shrimp still on the very top floor. I'm going for this early roam again. Trying to find pick on somebody, waste some time, but Wildcard is not wasting any time trying to flush out Shrimp. They are not worried about her from the looks of it.
Not at all, as it stands at least. It's just Shrimp can run downstairs. Oh, they've droned her out. They know
Are they not
exactly
going
where to
make a
look
move,
now.
is the question.
No immediate danger, but running into garage here just to see if you can find anything. You have an option to drop down into the basement right behind you if you get the opportunity, so.
You see see a C4 coming up from Spleech in replays. Not much value from that though. You see Bully pushing up, trying to aggress on Shrimp here. But Shrimp is tucked in the oil pit, unbeknownst to anybody in this in the attacking side apparently. Bully has taken control of Secret there now. The Ash now on her way to drop oil pit. Does not spot Shrimp.
Ooh,
Oh,
it's close though.
That
Gunfight
was a
nearly
scary
breaks out,
situation.
nearly rips off somebody's head.
1 minute
A
left.
little bit of
and
damage
still no
taken, but
entry.
does escape.
Huh.
No entry, but this hatch is about to disappear.
We're going to now get into the late round. Allie taking some damage here, throwing one of her impacts.
Ali's still on this position. Has
There's
not
the
been
flashbang
deterred,
come
but the
out.
flashbang comes out. Couple flashes. This is where the initiation starts, and eventually a couple players from Wildcard goes down. But a 2-for-2 trade. Still very even with 20 seconds left in the game. And there's still a lot of fire to be thrown if you're that Tachanka. A7 is playing so stacked right now. Wildcard basically has the entirety of this B bomb site to themselves. They're going to be getting this plant down, and they'll do it. A7 has to play for retake here, but they've lost out on their Valkyrie. 2 players remain. You've got 1 player from Wildcard in dirt, though. It's going to be so hard to dislodge Cass from this location.
We do
The shots
see
go down.
Bully take out Audrey. Shrimp now yet again in
Shrimp.
another 1v2 situation against Cass and Apollo.
Feels very familiar here. Cass
this
no
round
longer
winner.
in the tunnel and hits the shot. Beautiful stuff. And Wildcard now go up 1-4.
Did see that round around from Cass playing around that chassis very well. Honestly,
Final
just a
round and a
great
half,
game
and it looks
there.
like
A great
Yeah,
round
it's
there
been-
by Wildcard.
it's been pretty phenomenal stuff. And last round and a half, and we're going to be going back up to CCTV Cash. Which, I mean, I think this is a very solid site for them. They were very close to winning the last time they were on this site. A7 that is, but I don't know. It's still going to be a gambit. It's going to have to be a super close one, no matter how this goes. Because I mean that's been the pattern, right? Despite the scoreline being 1-7, this has been down to the wire every single round.
I agree. We've been going down to 1v1, 1v2 situations every single round.
I mean, once again, we see a very similar setup, right? Wamai, Jaeger,
You see
Bandit,
Ali
Smoke, Legion.
opting for the smoke this time around, which I do think was a different operator last time.
I think they
Or
played
no.
Smoke last time they were up here. I'm
No,
pretty
I
sure they
think it
did.
was Spleech on the smoke and Ali on the Wamai, so they simply swapped positions.
Oh. Swap roles, yeah. It's the beauty of a game like Siege. You can get away with swapping roles for comfortability reasons or something similar.
You see the Maverick working on opening up the main breach. Now with the most recent change in Siege X, the electricity doesn't actually do any more damage. So, oh, and Shrimp finds a pick onto Pollock. Gets refragged by Bully. Early aggression there, very nice. Taking out that hard breach. Cassie gets taken out by Tycho.
Cass is dead.
In the middle of the map somewhere. There's the Brava and the Ace gone. Those are 2 of their most valuable operators this round. Now in a 4v3 situation this roundabout. You have the Maverick currently struggling to open the plat breach. I wonder how
Working on it, but eventually does get there.
The Ash.
The Ash
opening it
will
up.
open it wide open.
Now we do see Wildcard in a not too bad situation. Now having control of Plat, being able to split the side wide open. But Secret gets taken out by Spleech from the rafters. And that catapults us into a 2v4 situation, which is almost unwinnable for wildcard queens, but not impossible.
Drone activated.
I mean, absurdly well played that whole time, really. And now, wildcard in a very, very tough spot. It's just Boolean. Mine, excuse me. Yeah. I got there eventually, excuse me.
The best chance they have in the situation is for Mine to try and take the plat breach, and for Bully to try and fight Spleech on the rafters and take control of that. Because if they have this control, then Mine could go for a plant and be covered by Bully from the rafters.
It's very possible, but not gonna be such. Spleech is gonna find the elimination. This Wamai just proving too consistent, too solid here. And now,
And
Mine's location is known.
Oh, and the
Okay.
drop. Spleech did not expect
18
the
seconds.
Siege X there.
18 seconds. Fire extinguisher popped. 10 seconds. You gotta get moving, but I don't think there's time. There's definitely not time here. Doesn't have diffuser, doesn't have any of the kills, and eventually A7F will be able to take the last round of the half, making this a 2-4. Closest half we've had so far, I believe.
This is the first non 5-1 half we've had on the stream today.
Yeah, it's crazy. Anyway, here come the bands. First up, we got Mira Habana. Makes a lot of sense.
I think we're gonna see another Ace Valkyrie, something of the sorts.
That would track.
I called it earlier, I can call it again. And Kaid Maverick, also
Mav.
very valid bands.
Mav makes a lot of sense. I think Mav was like one of the big reasons that it was so hard to play CCTV Cash earlier for A7R. I mean, they did end up winning one of the rounds they went there, but you don't really want to risk that if you're wildcards sometimes. We are going to Church Arsenal first, down in the basement, so
Need to locate and defuse bombs.
not going to be seeing the Maverick regardless, so.
What we are seeing is the Blackbeard on Spleech here. And Thermite Thatcher combo. We see the Ash come out from Shrimp, which I personally expected. And Tycho on the Zofia. Against a very normal looking bunker-ish setup. With having Secret as a roamer lurk on the Vigil. Opting to bring the Aruni over something like a Wamai or similar, or a Ward maybe, and opting to bring the Mute as well over possibly a Smoke, some kind of late round denial. You see the Goyo come out from Impala, very common pick, and the Jaeger. Ever since the release of Siege X, we've really been seeing Jaeger's pick rate spike from almost 0 to like a good 70% at this point, I would say. With now Jaeger being able to catch Capita bolts like Wamai's magnets.
Indeed. Kind of wild to think about too, considering the history of Jaeger in this game, you know, like such a dominant force in early Siege, but kind of fell off in terms of the pick rate for a very long time, but now looking a whole lot more solid. Unfortunately, who's not looking solid is Secret, who gets burned by a firebolt from the Capital.
Secret no longer solid since he just got melted down by a fireball, and we did see Impala fall off as well. So now A7F has complete top floor control and mid floor control from the looks of it.
Well, they haven't set foot down there quite yet, so no control gained immediately. And it does look like there's at least one player who's at least looking upstairs somewhere, but not 100%. No, they're all downstairs. I lied. I lied directly to the chat. Oh, he sees him. He knows. Or she knows. Excuse me.
Well, if you're referring to the operator Capital, then you can say those.
I suppose, yeah.
But obviously, you know.
Minute left in the round now, and we're still in a 5 versus 4, making a 5v3 wildcard, losing out on more and more players as time goes on. An A7F, they are more than capable of bringing this attack round to a close. They just got to get the diffuser down, and then things become a whole lot easier.
Do you see the Capital drop into Moto now? Slowly starting to work on this push. We have Cassie tucked in the corner here by the black box, being droned out. They now know of their location. They can firebolt her out, which they are doing. Cassie's taking major damage, but does take out Spleech. After all, Tycho now working.
It's a big pick.
And they take out
4v2.
Take out the Jaeger. Does not see
Ooh.
Mine in the corner. Does see her now.
Ooh.
As Cassie in the 1v4 takes out Audrey, but Shrimp finds the last pick, ends out the round. So now I have 4-3, which is a lot closer than 4-2.
Oh, significantly. I did. But I mean, obviously the basement defense didn't go very well that time around, but they're gonna be running it back. Wildcard believes in this site, and you know what? I respect Mozzie. Mozzie spotted. Mozzie spotted. This is my favorite character in the game.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
I love Mozzie. I am a big Mozzie fan personally. So I hope this works. Let it work, please. Please.
I mean, Impala has a lot of firepower on her, even though she's not been very much on her mouse one this game so far, with being 3 and 6. But we'll see if it changes this round. What we do see is that Shrimp is currently at the top of the leaderboard, fragging out here on mainly the Ash and the Legion. Just after the split, and let's see if this continues. If A7 girls can finally find a win this game with the firepower that they're bringing from Spleech, Shrimp, and Audrey, or if Wildcard Queens is going to keep up their loss streak going on.
It's very possible. Like both of these teams are, like I would say both of these teams are playing very well in this map. It's just a matter of who slips up first. And right now, Wildcard seems to be doing a little bit of slipping themselves. They lose the last round of the first half, and the first round of the second half, not going their way either. But they're still having fun, as evidenced by the fact that they're just, you know, fooling around a little bit. But we got a Mozzie. I'm happy. I'm so happy we have a Mozzie on stream. This is the best day of my life.
I mean, yeah.
They're just clearing out the entirety of the second floor. This is what Impala being up here was so valuable for. Like, just putting all of these bugs upstairs, but none of the other players still remaining up there. It was just Impala at the beginning, and she was able to escape. So, big stuff coming out from her. A lot of delay.
You see the light clear, and now the full control over the top floor here. Deciding to open up the vert with the shotgun here. Spleech slowly making her way down the main stairs, as they're starting to prep for an execute, I assume. We do see Alios now starting to make this vert on the kitchen, which is by far the most important and contested room throughout this map if you're playing the bottom floor.
Oh yeah.
Good reason, because you can control the almost entire site of the, or as people say, obviously Armory. You have the C4 prep by Impala, with the secret on the camera doing this teamwork, and Mine finds the opening pick onto Alios here in this round. With 40 seconds left now, Spleech
Echoes
getting
of
into a
Border as
gunfight
Mine finds that.
with a Mine.
We haven't had a huge impact, like, first frag from Mine since Border, but there she is with 2 of them. Bleach goes down, is knocked, could be picked up, but let's be real, probably not happening. It's just a 1 versus 5, and that's a flawless round for the side of Wildcard Queens. Beautiful stuff coming out from them that round.
Incredible gameplay, honestly. I think this was
Gym
a great
bedroom? Gym
display of what Wildcard can do if they are fully focused up. And very excited to see this next round. If we're going to the match point, or if we're going to
Defenders,
see
protect your bombs from being
another
defused by
5-4
attackers.
situation.
Another one of those gym bedroom holds with the same 3 operators that we keep seeing on this site. Will it be different this time? I think this could potentially be the time where these castle walls don't immediately get broken down, you know? Maybe they will, though. Who knows? I sure don't.
We'll see, we'll see.
Another castle barricade here on this window makes a lot of sense. Just to ensure that
very
no entry.
common Frost Castle bandit setup yet again.
Reloading.
With the Jaeger as
Indeed.
well. Cassie opting to bring the mute. Most likely to deny any Twitch or Bravo drones from coming through the drone hole and preventing the bandit from tricking.
really big fucking hole coming right at...
Language
very
thermite,
strong-
damn.
You see a very strong CCTV side hold coming up with 2 players over there. Cassie with her shotgun and Paula playing the shield on top red. With,
This
what
is a-
seems like a Jaeger ADS.
This is a strong power position to be holding over on the other side of Clubhouse. Obviously, the bomb's nowhere near where they are playing, but being able to control that area of the map is so massive. Now, this specific wall, if they can take this out and get hallway control, they are looking so phenomenal. And that's kind of why they've brought the Thatcher along, just to be able to pressure the bandit. There's going to be the EMP grenade. Bullets flying through that little drone hole there. Not able to stop the trick entirely. The ace wall will be blown open. We're still in a 5 versus 5 with 1:30 left. It's just a matter of opening picks and immediate follow-ups, but that's going to be the first pick for Wildcard this time around. Impala finding Tycho. Absolutely massive to be able to get rid of the Capitao there. No more bolts to speak of. It's just a matter of what's next now. And that's the diffuser down. No more thermite. Though mute does get traded out very quickly. Less than a minute now remaining on the clock. And Spleech is onto the site. But everyone is aware of where she is. Helios. Very low health as well. Spleech kind of feels trapped here. Alias does go down. 2v4. They get a 2v3, but it's all on Shrimp. On this Ash. The proximity alarm gives away her exact location. 22 seconds remaining in the round, and it's still a 1 versus 3. You got to get through 3 players, and one of them is a lot closer than you think. Wildcard Queens taking another defensive round. And it looks like we have a timeout from A7.
I think this was needed. They're now down 3 rounds from trying to get this game into overtime. And I think they do really need this timeout.
I almost would have preferred that they take that sooner, but bans are still going to come through here. Mute and Blackbeard coming out as our bans. Interesting bans. I don't know about the Mute, but Blackbeard makes sense.
I think I can get behind that. I think with how prevalent the mute has been on the side of Wildcard Queens, I think getting the mute out of there gives them a lot more opportunity to gain intel. Because that has been Their weak point so far was their intel game, by far.
Interesting.
And the Blackbeard ban,
I mean, it was.
self-explanatory. Spleech has been on and off putting in work with the Blackbeard in some of these rounds. But
Mm,
I'm surprised we didn't see an ace ban or perhaps even a thermite ban on this side of the map.
yeah, denying that hard breach would have been immensely valuable, but I think it makes a lot of sense that we see the. I mean, we've already seen the Maverick ban coming out with another one of those would have been very interesting. Is that a bar stage selection from Wildcard? With a okay, interesting composition here. Azami on the field for the first time on this stream, by the way. But she hasn't been banned.
Clash, we do see the Clash now.
Attackers need to
First time
locate
played on
and
this
defuse
game.
bombs.
We did see her once before
Clash
on
too, yeah.
order for only one round though, and she was
Oh, you're right.
very promptly fragged out with little to no impact. But
Yo, shout
This
out
is
the
going to be quite
G2
exciting.
Azami skin. Shout out the G2 Azami skin that came out a few years ago. That skin is clean.
I don't run it. I think I just run.
That's
Play
fair. I don't even have Azami unlocked. She's on the list. I'll get her soon. I just don't have her yet. I've only got like 200 hours in Siege, which apparently isn't enough to unlock the whole cast. Thank you, Ubisoft.
Especially now, it's really bad since they lowered the renown.
Oh, yeah.
gain with with the new season.
Joy. That's okay. I'll just go onto the Siege marketplace and sell all the cosmetics I don't want. I'll just buy them with Siege tokens.
I'm very excited to see this site because this is a site that I'm not very knowledgeable in. Because I think in my 10 years of playing Rainbow Six Siege, I've played bar like 3 times, and 2 of those times were in casual matches.
3 times total. Yeah, typically not a site you see people play. It is often considered the worst of the sites on Clubhouse for very good reason. It is the easiest to attack by far. So many angles in. So many different ways of getting in on this one. But it looks like Wildcard's first and primary method of defending is to just watch above. They have several players on the second floor, so...
I would even go as far as to say that bar is probably one of the worst sites in all of Siege. It's not the worst, but it's one of the worst.
Yeah. What's the worst?
Drug lab on theme park, by far.
Oh, yeah. Yep. That makes sense.
Such an atrocious site. And oh, mine getting the opening pick onto Alios. And Booley getting the pick onto Spleech. This is not looking good for A7 right now.
It's definitely not looking good as it stands here. 2 players down, and you've lost out. I think a bigger deal is the fact that one of the players you've lost out on is your Thatcher. You just don't have that EMP grenade to work with anymore, but now it's down to a 1 versus 5. This is as good as over. Wildcard Queens with a surprise pick in the last round to defend on one of the worst sites in the game, and they still managed to take it away. Wildcard Queens, they will go 2-1 on the day. After a rough first map, they will just win it out 7-3.
Very nice play. Very unfortunate there for A7 girls. I would have loved to see more on this, but yeah. This was a very close map though, as our production has told us that this match was a 32 kills from A7 to 38 kills from Wildcard Queens. So even though this was a 3-6 loss or 3-7 loss, this was a very, very close match, I think. And with every round
That is
almost
wild.
going down to 1v1, 1v2 situations, I think this was a very fun match to watch.
Yeah, it was absolutely a blast to watch it and cover it. But that'll do it for us for the day. So thank y'all for coming in and watching this one. Thank you, Kira, for coming in and casting literally for the first time ever, by the way. She killed it. I'd like to point out. She did great.
I tried.
But
All
yeah,
right,
I
well.
mean, after today, the standings are gonna look pretty interesting. I think with wildcard queens obviously getting a pair of 7-3 wins. It was, I mean, just very clean play from them throughout the day. And I mean, we got to cast all 3 of the games they played today, so that was us, you and me.
Unfortunately. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I don't mind seeing
Kira,
some
Kira,
gameplay.
Kira's on some hater behavior right now. That's okay though. We love to
Gotta
see it.
flame every once
All
in a while, you know? Gotta do what you gotta do.
I understand. I get you. All right, but that will do it for us. Thank you all again so much for watching. Thank you to Chloe for the production. Thank you to the Loosey Goosey for the observation. Real quick, just thanks for having me on. Again, I haven't casted Siege in a really long time, so I'm very happy to have gotten this opportunity. Much appreciated. And do you have any closing words for us, Akira?
None that you haven't already said. I
Sweet.
think.
All right. Well, have a good day, y'all. Later.
Bye.
Fill me out with your smile. Now the sunshine brings the light. Fill me out with a flame. I will let you in this game. Take me out when I'm down. 'Cause with you I'm safe and sound. 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 I'm safe and sound.